Coming up, we build a sort of a rig, I'm not really sure what it is, to test some of our new programming for the autopilot systems. Welcome back to Space Engineers. Okay, we are back, and one Xia is currently unavailable, so it's just two programmers in space.
Which means we're going to do some programming, or at least attempt to.
Or attempt to do it. I was going to say two programmers in space looks up at an atmosphere and trees clearly in front of him.
Yes, this is definitely space. So between last episode and this one, we've managed to make ourselves a bioship on which we've got this lovely terrain.
I was going to say a Dyson sphere.
Dyson sphere would be inwards, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Because
Actually,
the
yes,
sun
you're
would be
right, yeah.
inside, right?
Yes, the sun would be on the inside. Yeah, the Dyson sphere is inwards, you are correct. There we go, bioship. Jake wins, he gets that right. Let's get this going. Okay, so I was thinking, with all our ships, we need to come up with a nice control system. I don't want the control system the way we have it Space Engineers default, which is what? Using the mouse to sort of move the ship up and down and then WASD?
Using the mouse or using QWEASD, because you've got roll command as well.
Yeah, so instead of us doing that, I thought maybe we can come up with something much more realistic. And so that would be, we could have a control seat where there could be controls set up, or maybe even a control station, and you could put in headings, bearings, speeds, and the computer would work it out and keep the ship in the orientation we want it to. So for that, we need a simple controller. But for that, we're going to need a test rig. So I think we should build a test rig to get our first thing, all our bearings correct, and make sure we can test a few things. Where should we build a test rig, though?
Now, here's the question.
Yep.
Are you trying to build a test rig for space or a test rig for land?
Both should work the same. Both should work exactly the same, because instead of, at the moment, all we need to do is work out if we can get angles and we can get it to compensate or work on if we give it an angle or if we give it a heading. So let's say we give it a bearing, I'm facing you, that's a bearing of 0, and I say I want to turn it a bearing of 090. So I want to turn it that way from wherever I'm facing. We want to be able to get the test rig to be able to move something or other in that direction, so that we know that it's actually reading all our bearings correctly and holding things correctly. It shouldn't make a difference whether that's on land or in space. It should work on the same principle. The only thing that will work differently is if we start including headings. But including headings shouldn't be a problem, at least not in terms of programming, because it'll use the same code. We just have to add extra code to understand what a heading is, that's all. We just need to basically define a 0 point, which would be, I don't know, we'll just, if it comes to it, we can define a 0 point as a certain direction.
Usually you want the 0 point to be wherever the cockpit or command seat is currently facing.
Oh no, that would be a bearing of 0. A heading of 0 would not be the same. So, what are we putting up here? Gyroscope.
Yeah. Because I'm thinking that gyroscopes...
Yeah, I
So,
guess they would work on
I
this.
remember something, it may be something that I'm not allowed to actually talk about, but gyroscopes, I remember, help you tell heading, I think, somewhere.
Yes,
It
but
might be in the...
with the mods we have, with the realistic thrusters and stuff, I don't think gyroscopes work on them. It works on a vehicle, but I don't think it works on a ship.
Well, so what we want is we want to grab the bearing stuff. I realise I'm going to need to have a internet open.
Yeah, I'm just thinking the same. I'm actually pulling it up on my phone.
Well, it should be faster than my computer for some reason.
Yeah, apparently Jake's having some computer issues. Surprisingly, I can hear him on Discord absolutely fine, but just before this session, it was just everything seemed to crawl and judder, and yeah.
I believe it's because Space Engineers is using roughly 80% of my memory capacity.
Why? Nobody knows.
Because it's got a lot of simulation stuff, and since I need to simulate on client side as well as you simulating on server, it gets a bit weird. Right.
Right, let me have a look at some programming. What I'm thinking is the first thing we need to do is, could we set up a platform with some rotors on it that we could tilt the rotors and give it sort of 6 axes of freedom? So if we can give it some yaw, pitch and roll. Because that's essentially what everything's going to be. Everything has to be based off yaw, pitch and roll on these controllers.
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, let's...
I'm just attempting to read stuff.
That's fine. I'm just having a look outside. What I'm going to do is let me grab some steel plates and construction components. Yeah, and let's work out a small area. We can literally... if we do this as a small ship, add a little solar reactor or something to it, because we've got some solar cells. That should be enough to allow us to move it, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so let's make a little small ship somewhere. Somewhere nearby. This'll do. Right here. Lovely. So, nope. Small ship, please. What? Why is it not letting me do this?
It needs to drop onto the ground.
Can I not start a new ship? It's trying to put a block on. Why is it trying to give me a block? Have I pressed a button or something that's locking it? I can't do that right now, what you've just done. It's not letting...
What are you trying to place?
Just a small block, and it's...
It's always being a large one.
No. It's actually putting it on a block for me on the ground. As in, it's putting it on a grid.
Oh,
That's new.
Yeah, that's when you pointed towards the ground. Give me a second.
It used to be freeform. Unless I've pressed the button. Hold on, have I pressed the button? Nope, it's not that one. Wait, is it that one? No. It's okay. Well, we've got... You've placed one down, so... Oh, I've got creative mode on. Well done, me. Again. Let's switch that off. Yes, we're not going to cheat and do this in creative mode. Right. If we create a small base for this... Oh, actually, Jake. Problem. We need it flat to start with. Otherwise, we're going to get 0 wrong immediately. Let's build it on top of the base. Right, we're building it up here. Right. That's better.
Where have you gone?
I've gone up top. Did you not hear anything I said?
No, sorry. One of my roommates was...
Oh, right.
The door,
Yeah,
so
no.
I had to deal with that.
Ah, no, I've decided to move it up here so that we actually have 1, 0... We have a correct 0 axis for a heading.
Okay.
Or a bearing. Otherwise, we're going to have 3 wrong axes. I'd rather have 1 axis that is at least right, which is pitch. Right, I think that size base should be enough. Would you agree?
It should be, but you've got to remember that trying to use... Here's the thing. If we use rotors...
Yep.
Does it impart equal force onto the thing that's supposed to be moving and the base?
It will if we don't have friction, which I'm assuming we don't have, do we? No, we don't. Look. I can just spin this. Where is the friction gone?
No, friction still exists. It's because you're pushing. The force at which you're. Do you mind? I'm trying to weld it out.
I'm just confused as to how that is.
The force in which you're applying is larger than the friction that the object generates. Because if there was no friction, it would just keep moving.
Yes, but I mean, what I mean is that friction doesn't seem correct for this kind of object. Oh, that wasn't. See, that was a complete mistake.
Well, you can start these things with landing gear.
Yeah, should we do that? Should we just stick a landing gear on it?
Well, because what we can do is we could just place down the landing gear. Yeah.
And just stick it to it.
Plain landing gears. What have you?
Oh yes, sorry, we've got a whole bunch of landing gears. There's quite a nice one, a really nice landing gear. I cannot remember what it's called, but it's tiny. I think it's just called a pad, landing pad. Pocket gear, that's what it's called, pocket gear. You might...
Try to move it around again.
Ah, doesn't move.
Good, right. I placed a landing gear here.
Alright, that'll do. Wait, so that's immediately active?
Yeah, you place it down and it activates immediately.
I did not know it's active until it's... I thought it was active only after it's built. Okay, so we've got that. Now I guess we just lift this up a little bit. There we go. And we'll start working on how we're going to put some of these rotors and stuff. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. There we go. Nope, nope, nope. Why are my controls so finicky today?
Use a jetpack.
Yeah, probably will. Okay, now we can just place some rotors up there and just come up with a base. Programming block. Let me have a look. We've got a small programming block here. Let's see what this looks like. Ah, yes, lovely. Tiny little programming block.
So I found a script that allows you to have a planetary compass. So it's a compass that works when you're inside a gravity well. It will give you longitude and latitude and attitude.
Okay, that's a good one.
Well, longitude, latitude, and altitude. So it will give you a position, but not rotation.
But that's...
But what it does is it will also make you fly horizontally when you press a button. So we could have a look at it.
Okay, so we've got that, so we can always base things off that.
Yeah, I'm going to get that.
You know what we need up here? We need a cargo terminal. Port, whatever. Right, construction components, large steel tubes, motors, computers, display. Should we just make a tiny cargo container here and just dump a few things in it?
Yeah. Where's the nearest conveyor port?
It's downstairs, down from here. The nearest conveyor port is here. Here it is. So it is a little ways away. And from there, the conveyors just go down. They don't actually go up. So there is nothing coming up from there. Are you just busting a hole through?
Yeah.
Coming up, Jake busts a hole through a conveyor port.
Yeah, I can get X here to clean this up when he gets back.
That works.
Right. So we're here.
If we just take one straight out from here.
Give me a second, I just need to... Interior plate construction component, yeah.
I'll grab a bunch of construction components if you want the interior plates. So I'm just loaded. I'm loaded up on construction components.
Right. And then we also need small steel tubes and motors.
Oh, rubbish. How many construction components per...
Right. It is 20 construction components, 14 interior plate, 12 small steel motors.
20 construction components, so that can only make me 8. Forget. I'm not going to get the interior plates. I've got 100 small steel... How many small steel tubes, you say?
It's 12 per tube.
12 per, and that, and... Okay, I've got enough for a little bit, but not a lot. And with
Can you
no
weld that one up, please?
interior plates. That's the only one that's missing. Okay. It's upside down.
This is why I usually play on 10 times inventory size.
Yeah. I just thought it would be a little bit too much for 10 times, but now I'm seeing that it doesn't seem to work, does it?
I played on regular inventory size, and I can tell you only one thing: it was painful.
Yes, I've done that. I've done that separately before, and yeah. Oh, I need interior plates. Hold on.
Okay, right, we have that. Then the last thing we need is we need a cargo.
Don't we just need a...
Oh, I need more interior plate.
What does the cog container need? Because I've got construction components, small steel tubes, and motors. I haven't got any displays. Doesn't it need that?
It needs one display, some metal grid. Got those.
Okay. I've got the other stuff.
Computers.
Nope, no computers.
Right.
I've probably got everything I don't need.
Okay, that should be it.
So that our last episode would have been the one where we were talking about the US shutdown and Brexit.
Oh, yeah. Is that finished? Yeah.
Yes. From the point where I think when that episode comes out next week, I think it comes out on Thursday.
Right.
Trump ended the shutdown on the day we're recording, and this one comes out obviously next Sunday.
Yeah.
So
Right.
we weren't that far off. Right, are you gonna put the Tim thing so everything just gets thrown out of here?
It automatically does that.
Oh, it does it also? Oh, right.
You don't need to throw tags onto a cargo container to get things thrown out. You just need to throw tags on it to make sure things stay in.
Oh, okay, lovely. Right, now we can get on with this. Right, what did this need? This needed motors, computers, large steel tubes, construction components, and displays. Motors, computers, large steel tubes. I'll just get 10 of everything. Alright, so here's a nice little programming block. Right, what else are we going to need for this testing? We're going to need...
An LCD screen so that we can see what the hell that programmable block is doing.
Yep. We can get some readouts off the screen. So, I have some displays. Oh, you've already got them. Okay.
So this
We're going to need a rotor, definitely. Oh, we're going to need buttons. That's what we're going to need. So that we can assign buttons to do something. Let's have a look. Button panel. I've got some really nice ones, so...
Oh.
8 button panel? Is there not a 10 button?
I think 8 might be going a bit too far, but we can use a remote control panel to do that.
Okay, no, the only reason I was thinking is I'm just thinking if we were to type in numbers, as if we're typing in a number.
Oh, okay.
So you'd have 1 through 9 and a 0.
Oh, God,
So
no, you're doing something terrible with that.
what?
Because we can type it in manually ourselves. Not into the script, but you just press a button, it will ask for a number, and then you type in the number.
Yeah, that would work, yeah. I just wanted something that you can actually press as well, physically, but yeah, that works.
But there is a point where
10 buttons.
realism goes a bit too far.
Well, this is the thing. When I was thinking about this, what I really wanted was, you know how we've got the control panel at the bottom, where it's got 1 through 9 and 0?
Yes.
Just use those. So literally, have that programmed in. So literally, you just type in. Let's say you want to go to 250, you literally just type in 250 and it should sort it out. If I don't know if that's even faster. If we can program that. Does that make sense?
Maybe. I'll think.
I'm going to stick a rotor on this though, because I know we're going to need that. How do we have a rotor that's going to give us 6 degrees of freedom? Because I know obviously one rotor is going to give us. I have one rotor is going to give us yaw, and then if we attach a second rotor to that, we're going to have pitch.
And then to have roll.
Then you need a third rotor. Can we not somehow put that onto one rotor?
Yes, you can. With what? As in have a 6 degree freedom rotor? No. See, this would be much easier if we if we were doing this in space.
Unfortunately,
just
not.
have it free floating.
No, but we still need the rotor to move it.
No, gyroscope.
No, because wouldn't we want to be putting in controls? Oh, you mean, and the gyroscope will turn it to the heading?
Yes.
Oh, right. I have a feeling that wouldn't work with our mods. Just gonna... I have a feeling the gyroscope will completely go out of control, because I remember the mod actually did say, do not use gyroscopes. Alright, well, I've found a rotor that's actually looking quite nice. It doesn't do what...
We need a timer block, and we need a remote control block.
Okay, well, I will just stick a rotor at the top of this, because that's what we've got. And then I'll get you a timer. Small steel tubes required, and timer blocks required. Let's see. Interior plate construction components and computer. And did you say remote control?
Yes.
And that requires pretty much the same thing and a motor. So, right, we've got computers. Let's get a few more computers. Some steel plates, interior plates, construction components. Oh, I can't carry any more. Go away. Small steel tubes. And, okay, that should be everything we need. Any particular place you need me to place that, or just anywhere? Because I'll just place it behind the programmable block.
Yeah.
Right. Timer goes there. Of course. Why did I not pick up any interior plates? There we go. Also, why does a timer block require interior plate?
Because it's an interior block.
There we go. Timer
It's
and
not supposed to be made with armor.
remote. Remote control. I'll just stick the remote control at the bottom, aligned that way. I think that makes sense. So everything's in line with this. Okay, there's one rotor. What do you think of these rotors, by the way? I think they look quite nice.
Yeah. Quite good. They're modded, right?
Yes. I just looked for a simple rotor. I just wanted a different type of rotor that might be a bit smaller.
Okay. We need a power source.
I was just going to put... right, so we've got... if you have a look in the mods, we've got these mobile 1x1 solar panels.
Yeah.
Or any of these solar panels that you see.
How much power will it give?
I was checking it the other day, and each one was giving 170 watts.
What? That is 170.
170.
Right, so the remote control...
Or 170 kilowatts, sorry. 170 kilowatts.
That makes That's better.
Yeah, sorry.
'cause-
I just realised what I just said. I was just going to say, well, that powers 3 lights. Yes, I was just thinking if we just put a few of them on, but I was, oh wait, when you have the rotor, that part is not connected, is it, to the grid, or is it? It is.
Power and control goes through rotors.
Okay, so if we just put the solar panels on top of the test rig, yeah,
On top.
yeah. So as in when we build, so we'll have this rotor, we'll have a tiny platform above it that we're going to actually use to do all our tilt tests and everything, so we can see it. And we'll just stick all the solar panels on top of that.
Well, I'm gonna stick a solar panel here.
Okay.
Now.
Okay, I'm gonna try and stick a second rotor on this, like that.
That should be giving power.
Come on. Right, there's a second
no,
rotor.
No, it is actual watts.
What?
Yeah, it's currently showing 265 watts. 266.
Oh well,
Not enough power.
rubbish. What about the other one? Get it? What do the other ones do? The larger ones. It says solar panel 1 by 1. These might do better. I'll try one of these. The blue one is the single-sized one. Yeah, let me try that. Oh, please don't tell me I built that up backwards. Girder. Needs a girder and solar cells.
What thing needs the girder?
This different type of solar panel.
Let's see.
So I'll just try it out, see what that one's giving us. Right, how does that one read? Hold on, what's the indicator reading? The indicator reads 1, 1. Wait, it's reading 2.
No, it's reading 1.4.
No, I'm talking about the bars. It's got 2 bars.
I see.
How much is that giving?
Right, so that's giving about 1.47 kilowatts, which is not enough.
How much does this thing need?
That's the maximum. We're currently getting 860 million.
How much
So-
does
I give you the correct answer, which is...
a reactor?
Mhm.
I was kind of... See, this is why we don't use solar power. It's just not enough.
You need a lot more solar than you do uranium.
Yeah.
But uranium means that you have to have uranium. Whereas solar means that you can just keep it going forever. It's about sustainability. Also,
Unfortunately,
you could just get a modded solar panel that gives you a ridiculous amount of stuff.
yeah, that's something that I have been considering as well.
Anyway,
Okay, so if we've got this running, right, let me just build...
okay.
This is not going to work.
Right, so timer.
That's going to be roll. So which way it's turning? That's going to be roll. Actually, it is going to work. So 1, 2, and you. I suppose you are going to give me pitch.
Script. What's this one? Show.
What's up?
Working on things.
Working on things, and we've actually gone to half an hour on this episode.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll end that there as we start building a test platform for a stupid idea that I've had. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Space Engineers. Don't forget to hit the like button if you liked the video and subscribe to catch more episodes. If you have not yet done so, please follow me on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/ecgadget, and please consider also supporting me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Lastly, please do follow or subscribe to all the other players in this series. Channel links to the channels for Vectrix, Snaggles, Carter and Jacobine will be in the description box below, as will the links to my Patreon and Twitch. Once again, thank you, and we shall see you soon in Space Engineers.